gosh, I feel good today, boys.
We do have so much fun stuff to talk about today. It's going to be a really good episode.
It's going to be a great episode. Hey, just want to tell a quick story. I was hanging out with my friend Will Severns the other day, and he just started the Whole30. You guys know what the Whole30 is?
I've never heard it called the Whole30.
Just Whole30.
Yeah. Drop the. It's cleaner.
He just started Whole30. Yeah.
Social network.
Just drop the. Yeah. It's basically the Whole30 is basically just.
It's the workout.
It's the diet that you do. No, it's like eating clean, basically, like no sugar and whatever.
It's the new Atkins diet, right? A little bit.
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit. Yeah, I feel like it was really popular like 10 years ago, but people still like come back to the Whole30 every once in a while. Anyway, but he's like, yeah, we're on day 2. He's like, it's crazy, what dairy can do to you, whatever. And I'm like, and then I was like, yeah, but have you ever tried raw milk? And he's like, dude, we actually get raw milk and it does make a difference, whatever, all these different things back and forth. And he goes, and we probably get it from the same farm as you. He's like, it's a pretty unfortunate name and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. We get ours, whatever. Catherine's mom has a hookup, whatever.
Why is he just assume like we probably get our
I guess maybe it's just like this, like, there are any options or something.
Maybe there's just milk moguls.
Yeah, milk moguls. And so apparently he's like, it's a pretty unfortunate name though, right? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, yeah, okay. So we get our raw milk from this place that's called Be Whole Again Farms.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
I was like, you get your so you're like, hey, like, I gotta go pick up my Be Whole milk real quick.
Be Whole. They were actually the second company to market. A-Hole was taken.
a whole new world. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, hey, but it's not, we don't sell skim. We only sell like whole raw milk. So we have to see Be Whole.
Be Whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. And are they just based around here?
Apparently it's like somewhere else, like small town farm, Kansas. I don't know, but they like ship it in. They just sit down for a while and they just bring it in. So, yeah, I don't know. He just picks it up. But hey, do you mind while you're out just picking up some, bee holes in town? I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners
podcast. It's going to be a great week. Hope you're doing well out there, Ghosties. Happy Monday. We've got some extra people in this house while we're recording right now.
Yes,
kind of fun little thing. But before I tell you that, we've got to take it way back.
I like the Casey Kasem like talk.
Who's that?
He's like the old like DJ from like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, every now and then I'll do a little DJ character for Rachel, and I think it's one of her favorites and least favorites at the same time.
That's what it feels like. That voice is like, we got to take it way back to the
But first, let's take it back.
I'm talking about Motown. Yeah, whatever.
Where were we at the other day? Rachel saw like a diffuser or something she wanted and it had a QR code on it. She's like, oh, scan that. We should buy that. So I scanned it, and it just took me to a radio. I think the name of the scent had like a code on it. So the scent was like code WBRH. When you scan that, it just took me to WBRH.com. And so then I was going off. I was like, country's #1 hits for Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. And she's like, oh, you got to stop.
Do you think there was like one company back in the day that did all those like it feels like the voice was always the same, and it felt like all like the little interlude, like, like WBRH, like.
I love a good mashup of like artists talking.
Yeah.
You're listening to WBRH, country's #1. And this is Kesha.
Hey, this is Jason Aldean. This is Brad Paisley. Hey, it's Kenny Chesney. What's up, y'all? Reba McEntire here, and you're listening to WBRH.
I'm Post Malone. I'm a country now, and I put my stuff on WBRH.
Or what about timing? Can you get effect going? Like sometimes it's almost like it feels like they're like not robotic, but like kind of like an extra on a telephone or something. Yeah. Can you give me?
Oh, let me see.
Well, just give me a
on the RC.
Gotcha.
AST.
It's like
yeah.
Look at him go. Look at his fingers go. This is why we hired him. Check.
Death Cab for Cutie. Sound of Silence.
That's great. That kind of is what it sounds like. Good finger touching, Timon.
Give me one.
Thanks. – Another like
no, same one.
Okay. It's like we only have so many options.
Mr. Brightside, The Killers. And then they play the song.
And then, so then after that, they play the song.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's just something like, I don't know. That's how, 96.5 The Buzz.
Yeah, we had Power 96.5.
Nice.
Hits.
Doesn't it feel like it is like, 7 or 8 different, like just those are the channels that everyone has. Like, it's like everyone's using 95.7.
Yeah, you're driving through, you're on a road trip, and you're like, oh, I don't know the radio stations here, but I can count on like some of these like 96.5. That feels like the middle of the dial. That feels like everyone should have one of those.
Feels like the Christian radio stations always, go for the extremes.
They're on the bookends.
88.5, 106.9.
It sprinkles 88.3 The Wind.
The Wind.
Yeah. The Wind is not great.
It's spirit, you feel it.
Wind, I mean, there's so many other nouns in the Bible that I think are stronger and better than wind.
What was like the station? 95.7, Z95.7 was like the station growing up for us.
So
Mix 93.3 was fine. It was the competitor.
Oh, no, it's not bad.
But Z95. Now it's 95.7 The Vibe.
That's nice.
It's fine.
Day 2 of the limo trip, I was featured on Maine's Big Z 105.7. So that one's a favorite of mine, Maine's Big Z. But no, 96.5 was like top 40.
Yeah.
95.5 I kind of like too, because that was like 80s, 90s, and today.
Yeah. That was Star 102. Yeah. Which also, during Christmas time would always be the Christmas station.
Really?
Yeah.
Reverted back.
80s, 90s, and today.
80s, 90s, and today. Which I don't know if they've had to change that jingle a little bit, because it's like 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s.
Right.
And today.
Yeah.
And nowadays.
And the 2020s. Yeah.
And just now.
That is crazy to think. Like, yeah, we grew up in 80s, 90s, and today. Now there's 20 more years since then.
There's an extra generation in there.
Wild, man. Anyway, let's take it way back.
Let's take it way back. Brad, I've never had someone advocate for me taking a trip without them in my life than Brad trying to get me to go to Hawaii.
Jake, I'm disappointed we're recording this live right now.
So as I mentioned last week, Gabe Oliver.
Anybody call you Gabe Oliver yet?
Had to go to Hawaii, chose to go to Hawaii, nurses strike, worked there. He texted me, I think this is after we'd already recorded. He texted me after his first day there. It's like, dude, they put me up in a 5-star resort on the beach in Waikiki.
Listen, I think people say the whole 30.
They might. I don't know.
I don't know either. Waikiki. Okay.
Waikiki on the Oahu Island.
And 5 stars is like,
I've never even stepped foot. I don't know what they have there.
Like I've been at some 4-star places every once in a while, and it's like, this is insane.
Yeah, I've been to one 4-star in Hawaii. I would love to kick it up a notch.
Was it insane?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was on the beach. But yeah, so and he was like, dude, I have 2 like queen size beds. Like this room is not being used. Basically, I work 12-hour shifts every day. Like someone needs to come enjoy this. And I'm just kind of telling Brad this, like, isn't that kind of crazy? And Brad's like, dude, you have to go.
Yeah.
Trey's having a baby. Rachel is a full-time nanny this week. Did I talk about that last week?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Rachel's gone, basically. She's doing her job and then nannying full-time this week. Brad's like, this is the perfect week for you to go.
Who says no?
You have to do it.
Yeah.
And so I've been looking and looked a couple times. Well, ultimately I decided what's better than a trip to Hawaii is spending some of that money that maybe I would have spent to go there and back. It's spending it to surprise Rachel and the boys a little bit. A little bit of the boys. I've always wanted to hire, I shouldn't say always. In the last 3 months, I've somewhat considered hiring a professional organizer team.
Yeah.
I always thought that looked fun. Never saw Marie Kondo, but heard about her.
Yeah.
And heard it was good.
She's great, yeah.
What do you know about her?
I know I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes of what she did. Tidying up, or was that what it's called? Cleaning up? Getting clean. No, that's her rehab show. No, I'm just kidding. Healing cleaners. And she went through clothes one by one, and she's like, you need to let this clothes go. You can say like thank you to the clothes, and then just like have an emotional moment with these clothes, but you don't have to have an emotional attachment to keep. So it's like, thank you. And then like put it in the Goodwill bag. Like, thank you. I forget, there was some like word, like phrase for it. Like, whatever. Thank you for blessing me.
You've given me more.
Yeah, whatever.
You've given me fashion.
I didn't
know about that.
I also read some article recently. I think she either had She either went from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 kids. And she's like, it's impossible to have a clean house anymore. And I was so validated by that. I was like, thank you, Marie. It is impossible. But
I just Googled her. Can you guess her height?
oh, she's little. She's 5 foot. She's 5'4".
Correct answer was Japanese 4'7".
Oh, Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
4'7"?
Mm-hmm.
Japanese 4'7".
Don't touch that dial. 60 minutes of commercial-free radio.
What does that mean? She's 4'7"?
Uh-huh. I said the Japanese thing just to be funny. She's 4'7". She is Japanese.
4'7",
But just to make it seem like they have different measurements.
4'7"'s like crazy short.
Is that like legal midge?
Are we talking like, because she could be at the, what's it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We
Put a pin in that.
Yeah, what? So, yeah, they had a different word for it.
They called it.
Well, on the live, over the Oricom, they called it one thing. But on the billboard, they called it like Wee Man Wrestling or something like that. Brad and I were in some interesting places this weekend. Anyway, yeah, I don't know much about Marie Kondo, but yeah, I've heard, she's like, you touch
4'7".
this, like, does it spark joy? If not,
Yes. Does it bring you joy?
Throw it away.
Right.
Well, thankfully, I didn't have to do that.
Yes.
That would have taken a while.
They're just organizing your stuff.
Yeah, so I was like, how fun would it be? Rachel, she's like working like 100-hour week this week. She gets to come home to like a completely organized, clean house. I thought that'd be so cool. It's so fun. And so, I hired this team and they came over yesterday for the first time and it's been really fun. I mean, just off the get-go, when I called this company to start off with, the woman I talked to, we had so many connections. She did not only just like knew about Kanakuk, but did Kanakuk, was a Key West camper when I was a Key West camper, and was the princess when I was there. I was like,
wow.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure I would. If I saw a 13-year-old picture of you, I'd for sure have a crush on you again, probably. I don't remember.
Wait, so this which girl?
It was just the sales girl.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
So I haven't seen her. I don't know what she looks like.
Gotcha. That's crazy. How'd you even
really fun
find
phone call.
Did she know who you were?
I DM'd 3 companies
Okay.
on Saturday, and then there was the company who's here now. They were the ones they were like, hey, we could chat tomorrow morning. I was like, wow.
Can we give her a shout out?
Yeah. Let's make sure I get it right. To be organized, I'm pretty sure is what it's called.
To be.
Yeah, that's it. To be whole.
Yes.
To be organized. Yeah, they're great. They don't make me touch everything and talk about my feelings, which is nice.
Sure.
And they're very quick on the ball. So I'm talking to this girl. I'm like, it's a pretty small. It's an old house. It's not in a super bad shape. It's just probably like most people, just like a ton of clutter. We don't throw things away. Just need help there. She's like, great. So I'll send a team of 3 or 4 for at least 2 full days. I was like, sheesh.
Whoa.
Is it that bad? Like, I sent them some pictures. I didn't feel like it was that bad. I feel like it was all right. Like, yeah, we're going to put our A team on this.
Yeah, wow. 3 or 4 for that long.
Yeah, I was like, dang. But
Did you send him the garage?
I did send him in the garage.
I haven't looked at the garage recently, but
I've been full hillbilly lately. I've been burning. Yeah. Every now and then I like to really revert back to the Stratford. I'll take my shirt off. I'll take my socks off, and I'll just be back there. I like to try and stick my gut out more.
Just looking at the fire. There's something about just watching fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call them the Twin Towers out there when they're going. I mean,
you got 2?
I got 2 barrels. Yeah, I can really burn through some trash.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So anyway, I got through a ton. So the garage is looking better. But anyway, it's great. It's always fun when you want to do something nice for your wife, and to do that, you have to turn off the Ring doorbell camera. I feel like that's a sign of like, this is for you.
Like, I don't know, the Wi-Fi's just being finicky lately.
Yeah. She's like, why'd you take your wedding ring off? It's part of it. It's all part of the thing. I have to do this.
Dennis is texting me that like 3 or 4 women are coming over for days at a time.
Like, Dennis, you keep your mouth
Dennis,
shut.
You
Hey, well, you worry about the concrete.
Yeah,
all
right.
You
worry about the construction over there, man. All right, Dennis.
It was crazy. They showed up yesterday, the same day that they were pouring my concrete in the driveway. It's insane around here. I took a photo. I wasn't even like, so I spent like all day Monday just prepping the house to be cleaned because there were just a bunch of just crud everywhere.
Isn't that classic? Like, hey, we have cleaners coming, so we need to go clean.
Clean. I will say I didn't go like too crazy. Like I can imagine how my mom would have done this, and that would have been insane. It's like I kind of picked up, but
would your mom have done it though? Like, would she have needed it done?
Oh yeah, they haven't thrown anything away ever.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact.
So she needs to Marie Kondo some things.
Yes.
Or just give you some stuff. That's what my parents like. every other time I see them, they're like, hey, we got a trash bag full of stuff for you. And it's like kind of one of those things like it's your responsibility now. You can throw it away if you want. We're not going to throw it away for you because it's your stuff.
Daniel Tosh on his podcast, every time he has a guest, he gives them just junk from his house.
That's
it's like
funny.
new stuff, but it's like stuff he's never going to use and hasn't used yet.
That's great.
And usually the guests are like somewhat reluctant, like, oh, cool. He's like, you have to, I just need it out of my house. You have to take it.
You have to do something with it. Yeah.
Anyway, I just sent you guys a picture. So this is Monday. I'm in the process of cleaning out my house, taking things from the house into the Bondi truck, kind of winterizing that. And as I'm doing that, I'm like, this is amazing. I've just taken this picture right now because we've got a guy mowing the lawn 6 inches from my car, which is parked diagonally because that's the only spot I can get it in. We've got one car backing into my makeshift gravel driveway because I can't park in the real driveway. They're in the process of pouring concrete. We got people everywhere, and there's a guy weed eating behind me. I mean, it was a scene. I mean, there's just stuff everywhere.
I'm looking at this picture and I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men in this picture right here. This small little picture.
Yeah, it's just like of my driveway.
Can you imagine what those mowers are thinking? Like just how hectic that it all is in the midst of everything else. And they're like, why does he care about mowing his lawn right now?
It's mainly mud and gravel.
Just insane. And yeah, have you talked about how you have to like drive on your grass to like get to your driveway?
It's a lot of yard driving these days.
Yard driving.
But I feel like in the next 24 hours or so, I think I have a new driveway. I think I'm good to go.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. Good concrete. Although they like poured it, smoothed it out. Kind of a fun process to watch. Then it started sprinkling yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, am I going to have a little like texture? Like maybe like a basketball surface a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? But then they re-smoothed it.
Really?
But I thought I was like, should I put my face in it?
Yeah.
Would they like that?
You should get like some, like, if you knew what your kid was going to be named, you could like, sorry, you're not pregnant yet, but.
No.
Well, we don't know.
But we got the names picked out.
Yeah. So you like put like a little tiny hand in there. And you're like, I was thinking of you when they poured the concrete 3 years before you were born.
Oh, I would do such a bad job trying to make a little kid hand. Like, oh, that doesn't look right. Kind of like a paw print.
They drew it. Right.
Anyway, it's just been very fun. So these girls come over yesterday. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if they would speak English. I don't know if that's kind of Marie Kondo's doing or just like how I feel about the cleaning industry. Maybe
these people are more organizers. I feel like those are the white girls.
Yes, and they are, and they're great. We got Chrissy, we got Bailey, we got Kennedy. Fun crew.
Oh yeah,
a lot of good times had yesterday.
Love it.
But it's also pretty embarrassing to just let people in. Like, hey, can you just like help me out? And they come in like, let's start with the podcast studio. And they're like, whoa, and there's just like a full size skeleton in here for a Friday pickleball video I did. I mean, just stuff everywhere. I will say they could not believe the amount of fan mail we had.
Oh,
just like stuff that we've just collected over the years and for people. And I was like, that is quite a bit.
It is crazy. I think it helped when you went on tour because I
would get stuff in person. And
yes, dude. There was times where you came back from tour with like a backpack full of stuff.
Yeah, I want to say, who was it? Maybe Paige Kuko, but got me all those like Canadian snacks. Like those were in here yesterday.
Oh,
I was giving Kenny a hard time because Kenny was
Michigan snacks.
Michigan snacks. Is that what they were?
Yeah. Somebody else got us some Canadian.
What's the expiration date on this? I was like, take those chips, Kennedy. You want those chips? Take those. Which that's kind of funny. Yeah. I've been giving stuff away to them. I'm like doing the opposite of probably what they want to do. Like I was like, I gave one of the girls was like, it smells like Diva. I was like, you want? I have actually take some Diva. So
she knew about Diva.
Yeah. So I gave Kennedy's got some Diva. I gave them all pickleball paddles. I want to give them Bondi t-shirts. I was trying to give them Cozy Earth towels. Yeah. I'm really decluttering onto them. Like,
that's
here
amazing.
To take my crap.
Yeah, it's like one of those like the cobbler's shoes or like never fit or whatever. Like the idea of like, do you know that phrase?
No.
Sorry. Oh, like
never heard that in my life.
So good.
Oh, okay.
That's such
you
a
guys
good
always
one.
make me doubt myself. Cobbler's shoes.
I really like it. It's just funny.
The cobbler's shoes are never fixed. Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you know
eat the frog.
So yeah, exactly. People knew eat the frog.
Eat the cobbler's shoes.
In other words, like, hey, yeah, the woodworker's table is never built kind of thing. Like they have time, like in other words, they're cleaning everybody else's house, but then they come home to a absolute pit at their house.
Yeah. Go crap where you eat. I don't know if that
Yeah. The cobbler's children have no shoes is an old Spanish proverb that means a skilled expert often neglects their own expertise and their personal life while focusing on their work or clients.
That's a little different than the woodworker's table never being done. His children don't have shoes.
Yeah. And he's the guy that makes shoes.
He's not making them for his kids.
Yeah.
The cobbler's got a real priority issue.
Yeah.
He's putting work way over family.
That's right. Yeah, that's deep.
I'll talk to Chrissy. I'll make sure her kids have shoes. That's the takeaway I got.
Because you got some shoes that you probably were.
Hey, we got shoes. Take some
Those
shoes.
don't bring me joy anymore. Go ahead and take them. What size are you, Chrissy?
They're not sparking joy.
I did. I was like, girl, you're probably women's size 12, right?
I was like, and you guys got boyfriends or husbands size medium? Like to golf? I got some golf polos for you.
Yeah, I love it.
So giving all this stuff away, but they've been great. And
so what has been embarrassing? Like
just the amount of just like stuff you have, or just like stuff you have to explain. Because I just I have 7 jobs. I have so many sporting goods.
Yeah.
They're like, what do we have here? I'm like, oh, that's a different. They're even asking me about like, oh, what's this? Oh, wow, so your podcast has 100,000 subscribers because they see this plaque in the corner. I'm like, so that's actually something else. And that's what a lot of those costumes in the closet are from. Actually, we don't need those anymore though.
Santa costume.
Put it in the Brad bin.
Yeah, right. That's so fun.
So yeah, hopefully somewhere on my Instagram probably will do some before and after. But I'm really excited for Rachel to come home and figured it was better money spent than going to Hawaii. Last thing I want to say about this. So yeah, I was in my like kind of bedroom office editing yesterday while they're in there working. So we're always kind of chatting. I don't know how this gets brought up, but one of the girls, she was, how does this get brought up? Doesn't matter. It's going to sound a little weird now, just out of nowhere, but this is an insane story.
Okay.
So, she said when she was in 4th grade that their school was like, hey, we got to teach these kids. They're not going to learn American history through a textbook. All right. And we got to teach them the bad stuff.
Okay.
They're in 4th grade. It's time they learned.
4th grade. I'm trying to remember what I learned in 4th grade.
I remember reading Holes and Walk 2 Moons.
Walk 2 Moons. I kind of remember that too.
The Cobbler's.
Cobbler's moons are never full.
Cobbler's moons are always waxing.
That's so funny. Holes was 5th grade for me because it was probably a brand new book. And we're a year apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Okay. 4th grade. Yeah.
I remember my 4th grade teacher, Mr. Estelle, reading Walk 2 Moons to us out loud and like tearing up. I'm like, whoa. I've never seen a man cry at this point. I'm 10 years old. Never seen this happen before. Didn't know they could.
Yeah. Is this allowed?
Yeah. I thought that was just male seahorses. Anyway, so it's time that the children learned. And so they, the specific topic is segregation and how this, yeah, you can like, I don't know. I already don't like where this is going.
Yeah, okay.
So she said they split up the whole grade into 2 colors. I was like, look out.
All right. Yeah.
Now, I will say the colors are red and blue.
Okay.
Kind of a Dixie Stampede thing. It's not North and South anymore. It's East and West.
Let's say it's November of an election year. You guys be red. You guys be blue. Let's just, so things you guys value. No. Okay.
And so basically she said half the class were the blue people and the teachers yelled at them. They would like scream at them for no reason. They'd get them in trouble. They'd send them to the principal's office for no reason. They couldn't use the restroom.
Was this like a day-long simulation?
I think a day-long thing.
Wow.
They couldn't use the same water fountains. I mean,
Sure.
treating them really poorly.
Sure.
But 60 years ago, American segregation, whatever. And then the red team, they're getting extra ice cream, pats
Everything
on the back, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, first of all, this is insane that they did this in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Second of all, this was in Platte City. And I was like, makes sense why Scott's homeschooling.
Yeah.
It's probably a good choice.
Makes sense why Sam's racist. No. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm teasing. Missouri, man. I tell you what.
Not a good look for the Mormons. Anyway, she said, she's like, our school kind of got canceled for this. This word got out and we got in big trouble for it. I was like, that's probably fair.
Yeah.
But I was like sitting here being like, my like comedian takeaway from this is like, this is so funny because you'd be sitting there like, Team Red, not so bad.
Yeah, right.
Team Red, why don't we do this more?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Jose's over there on Team Red like, I'm all right with this.
What if we do a little reverse?
Yeah.
Kind of reparations via treatment for, I don't know, 100 years or so?
That's just wild that like, even as like a simulation, these teachers were like, I think it's a good idea to just verbally abuse these kids. Like,
yeah, it's like the Stanford prison experiment, but worse and on children.
Well, I don't know what that is.
That's like they basically just did this experiment where they told some people like, hey, we're going to do kind of a fake prison and you are the prisoners and you're the guards. And very quickly, they saw this psychology change. Like these people used to be peers, they used to be equals. Right. And the second they told they were in charge, the way they started treating people is different. They started.
I gotcha.
That's my summary from like, that's rough, but something like that.
Yeah, I've heard other studies where it's like, hey, you guys got the better score or whatever. Like, and so therefore they think they're better than whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, that's so wild. I've never heard like an elementary school story like that.
Grade.
Yeah, we just scream at the blue kids. I'm like, oh my gosh. They couldn't, their lunch was like 20 minutes shorter, all that stuff. Yeah. And I was like, man, there's kids sitting in there being like, man, Team Red, not bad.
Dang. Yeah, exactly.
Man, we had it made.
Right.
This is awesome.
Team Red like finally was able to like play basketball and like score. This is great.
There's a black kid on Team Red. Never been easier. Never been easier for him.
Crazy, dude. Wow. That's wild that they were willing to.
Yeah.
And then like because it's one person having the idea and then going to somebody else and being like,
what do we segregate the kids?
And they're like, great idea, Amy. Yes, let's do it.
Oh my gosh, yes, let's do that soon.
Hey, and we could do the whole grade. So let's tell the other teacher too. Hey, Melissa, we're thinking about doing this thing. Yeah, it sounds like foolproof. No problem.
Well, if you ran it through the superintendent, oh shoot, we got to ask superintendent. Hey, excuse me, we're thinking about segregating the kids and treating them poorly. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Makes sense to me. All right. It's like, okay. And it's crazy because this girl's, I don't know, she seemed 18 years old now. So that was probably 8 years ago. Like this is.
Close. I think she's out of college.
Okay. Whatever. 12 years ago. 15 years ago. And she got canceled way back then. Like before canceling was like, just, you could look at somebody wrong these days and get canceled. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of cancellation it was, or if they were just like, "Don't ever do that again." Or
they got in trouble for it.
Yeah,
publicly.
I think it'd be funny if it wasn't that easy to pass it, and it was like this group of psychos had been like planning this, come on. And they've been like waiting for people to cycle out of the like school system until like finally it's all them. They're like, now we can run this. Now
that's a good point. They tried to do it when they were in kindergarten.
Yeah.
The brass was just too high on them.
Yeah, like wait till he retires and we can do the red-blue thing.
Yeah.
Oh, for one day it's gonna be glorious.
It's like,
yeah, it sounds like insane teachers who are like, I'd love an excuse to scream at these kids.
Yeah.
Please put me on the blue team.
Right. Like they're finally, they're waking up that morning. They're getting to school early. Like,
yeah.
Ready to go. Originally, let's be honest, it wasn't red and blue, it was black and white. And they're like,
someone was like, all right,
let's chew on the nose.
Let's at least change the color.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy, man.
So that was a great part of yesterday.
Yeah.
I legitimately wrote that down in my stand-up notes. It's like, I don't know how I'm going to use this, but that's amazing. That's a great story. That's just, I can't believe that's real.
Oh, it just makes me uncomfortable thinking about it.
Yeah, it's also very sad.
It's just wild. I mean,
and some aspects of it seem like maybe helpful, but maybe not that age.
You need to understand it to an extent, but you don't need to like understand it by, because then the next, so here, whatever. They weren't truly like getting segregated and persecuted. So I can compare it to this. I remember when I got hazed in my fraternity in college, and hazing was like, quote unquote, very, very light, like compared to what you hear some people. But like these guys that were supposedly your fraternity brothers, all of a sudden were just jerks to you for weeks. And then you get initiated and they're like, you're like trying to be like your best friend again. And I'm like, no,
I remember what you did.
I don't like you as much as I used to. Like, that's what's going to happen with these kids of like, okay, the simulation's over, but I've seen a side of you, Mr. Green, that I do not like anymore.
Yeah, I'm 9 years old. I don't have a ton of emotional intelligence. So I saw my teacher scream at me. It's going to be a while before I get over that.
Correct.
I don't understand that.
She remembers it to this day.
Like, yeah, she won't go back.
Yeah, that's almost like, that's what I get cringy about.
Yeah,
Dang.
That's a good point. And also, one other quick thing from yesterday, when you said Pledge Brothers, it reminded me. So Bailey, the other girl who was here, she was telling a story. When she first started working here, I guess she was like, they had her like run some errands, like, can you go to Target for us, run this? And she was like telling her boyfriend, like, yeah, today was awesome. They had me go to like the Container Store and then Target. And he was like, oh no, you're Brendan. She's like, what does that mean? And I guess her boyfriend was like, Brendan's our pledge who's not good at anything else, so we make him run errands. And so all the girls, they call her Brendan.
Brendan.
They're like, yeah, Brendan can't do much. Brendan's here for the vibes.
That's amazing. Yeah. Brendan's dad had a, healthy
strongly worded email. Yeah.
That's funny.
So Brendan and the girls yesterday.
So what did they say when they walked into your room and they saw 3 50-gallon drums of granola.
I don't even know if we've got over that yet. I think it's like, let's do the closet, let's do here.
So are they adding like systems, or like I've seen people that like will do the garages and will like add hooks or add shelving or whatever.
That is part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like teach a man how to fish a little bit too. Teach a cobbler how to whittle.
How to cob.
How to cob full time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I was like, that's what Rachel and I need, is like not just like a one-time thing, but like get it ready so we know where to keep this up. So it's cool. It's fun. It's a fun little thing. And people, they came out like, this is so nice. You're surprising your wife for this. I'm like, well, I live here too. So I'm also gonna benefit a lot. And I'm the one who would probably prefer to be more organized. So I really fired up about it. So
yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So it's fun little deal.
Fun little deal. Speaking of fun little deals,
Yeah.
Main Street Roasters is a company that sells coffee.
Yep.
That is supporting us and sponsoring us. And they have a website called mainstreetroasters.com where they sell coffee. They sell beans, which is coffee beans. They sell tea. They sell leaves.
They sell grounds,
sell
which is coffee grounds.
Coffee grounds. They sell merch, which has coffee themed merch. And it's 10% off if you use the code GRKC. So we love Main Street Roasters. I made my best cold brew batch yet with Main Street Roasters recently, and I am just buzzing about it. It was so good that like Catherine, who's not a cold brew person, is now a cold brew person. So
really?
She's all about it. Yep. So anyway, go to mainstreetroasters.com, check out their beans. And
they have some new fall flavors.
Tell me about them.
Southern pecan pie flavored coffee. How do you say that word?
I say pecan.
No, flavored. I'm just kidding.
Flavore. Yeah.
Flavor red?
Yeah, Flavo red.
Yeah. Some people say pecan.
I think that's a northern thing.
I feel like it's on cooking shows, people say pecan.
Pecan?
I thought it was a southern thing.
No, I think pecan is southern.
Oh, well, how about me?
I think if you're a little bit more lazy with that tongue, you just say pecan.
Like molasses is coming out your mug.
Spilling out your mouth. Yeah, pecan.
Pecan. Southern pecan pie.
Yeah.
Caramel crunch. How do you say that word? Caramel?
I say caramel.
Yeah.
Caramel.
I'll say crayon. I'll give that the respect it's due. I'm not going to say crown like some hillbilly. But I will say caramel.
What about crayon?
I say crayon.
Korean?
I'm a crayon guy.
North Korean?
North Korean?
Yeah. Dennis Rodman?
That's like when I was young and when I was dumb, I used to say like, can I borrow the red crown? And then I grew up and I started saying soda instead of pop. I started saying crayon.
You say soda.
I grew up.
I say soda to like a random person that I don't know. But something I'm comfortable on, I'll go back to my roots and say pop.
That's fair. I resonate with that. Because sometimes I am a little bit self-conscious.
If I'm like somewhere, do you guys have soda? I'm not going to say, do you guys have pop?
You guys have any pop here?
I want to have some people.
What kind of
have
pop?
Some respect for me.
Yeah, it's just like you turn in as the grocer. I need some pop.
You look like
you have root beer pop.
You know who Gilbert Gottfried is?
Oh yeah, he was the little toucan in Aladdin.
That's right, toucan.
His most famous role.
Maybe honestly, that's.
You have pop.
You got some pop. Yeah. Where's your pop? I'll just say, what do you guys say when you think when you say like, do you say premium coffee or do you say Main Street Roasters? Because they're the same thing.
I grew up saying Main Street Roasters, and now I still say Main Street Roasters.
Same Main Street Roasters. Do you guys have any Main Street Roasters here? And they're like, I don't know. We have this kind of cruddy brand. I was like, not Main Street Roasters, please. I want Main Street Roasters, please. Mm-hmm. I would like it for 10% off with GRKC as my promo code.
And you can have that.
So go to mainstreetroasters.com, check them out.
And here are the details of the Main Street Roasters get together. You want the deets, you want the deets. Whereas Brad, his kids have to eat. We wanted to wait and make sure. I'm recording this a couple days later by myself in the studio. Just wanted to make sure we had it all ironed out. So still getting you the details. Had a great call with the fine folks at Main Street Roasters today, and we're so pumped. It's going to be so fun. I think for us, what has just become more and more apparent with what you guys are seeking and what you're wanting and what you're enjoying out of a lot of these in-person events, it seems like 80% of it is the friends you meet along the way, and it has nothing to do with me and Brad, which is really fun. So we want to give plenty of time to do that. Another thing we learned on the phone call is that Main Street Roasters is doing just fine without us, so to speak. We were like, should we be there all day, sun up, sun down, pack the house? And they're like, maybe. On on Saturdays, we have like a pretty consistent line the whole like morning and early afternoon. I was like, okay, we don't need to like make it stressful on you guys. We're here to like make this like fun and easy and support you. But if it's just going to add stress and you need to hire more employees, it's going to be great. So here's what we're going to do. This is going to be a ticketed event, but we're going to make this as cheap as possible and going to make it a thing where your ticket comes with a little something. So each ticket, it's going to be a $25 ticket that just gets you into. They're going to be shutting down Main Street Roasters at 2 p.m., getting it ready for us, and so we can go there at 4 p.m. Okay, 4 p.m. Saturday. Let me pull up what date that is just to make sure I nail it. Saturday, October 26th. Yes, Saturday, October 26th. That's the day, 4 p.m. They're shutting it down. That's when we can hop in there. And your $25 ticket is going to get you a free like meal, like item, like dinner, lunch, whatever you want from their menu, a bottle of water, and a cookie. So that's what you get, as well as just like 5 hours of just fun, vibes, hang out. Let me tell you all more about it. But there is also going to be a second ticket, a secondary ticket. Did I say secondary twice? I meant to say time in, leave it in. Let them know. I have flaws, all right? And they're S words. Not like that. Leave it in. Leave it all in. I'm in a house by myself. This isn't going well. Okay, so to start today, there's going to be a second option for a ticket. It's going to be the VIP ticket. There's only 10. Only 10 of these tickets are available. We're going to meet up at 9:30 a.m. Little VIP breakfast at Main Street Roasters in their conference room. We said, how many can it hold? They said 12. We said, great. Doing the math here. We're going to sell 10 tickets. So the first 10 to sign up right now on our website, ghostrunners.life. You can have VIP access. It's going to be Brad and I for about an hour-ish, an hour and 15 minutes, 9:30 a.m. to 10:45. Just round tabling, just the 12 of us hanging out, 10 spots, $75 tickets, okay? We're going to do that. Conference room, Main Street Roasters is going to be really, really fun. And then they have newly built outdoor pickleball courts in Napan. So, of course, we're going to go there, take advantage of that. I think there's either 6 or 8 pickleball courts. Should be enough for everybody. So, if you want, Brad and I then are going to go at 11 a.m., to the pickleball courts in Napan. I believe it's Stauffer, something like that. STAU, Stauffer. Russell Stauffer Park is the name of it. Stauffer Park. They have the courts. Really just it's not going to be hard to find. Any really like tennis court surface in Napan is probably the pickleball courts that we're at. It's a pretty small town. Ask the Amish. Say, hey, where are those Yankees in town? Where'd they head off to? They'll tell you. Anyway, so that's going to start at 11. Maybe we do that 2 hours. I don't know what the weather is going to be like in late October in northern Indiana, but if it's sunny, if it's nice, we'll be up there for a long time. And then we've got kind of a few hours until Main Street Roasters opens up for us. I should mention, you're allowed to go there. It's not like they are like shooing us away, like, don't come here. We're too busy. We don't need you. They're like, yeah, you invite everyone. You come and go as you please. We're just not like asking everyone to come during the morning when they're already swamped. So go get a coffee there, go get breakfast there, whatever. But this is kind of Brad and I's schedule. So into the afternoon, I'm sure we'll go get lunch somewhere. This is kind of a free space. Let's see what the Mennonites are up to. Let's see if the Amish need help, if we're doing a little barn raising. Maybe there's a picnic in the park we should join. I don't know. We're going to let the afternoon come to us. And then at 4 p.m., this is the official start of the Main Street Roasters meetup. 4 p.m., meet right there. It's on Main Street, Napan, Indiana. We've got some fun things planned. I don't know if I want to spoil all of it, but bring some board games if you want. Bring the vibes. Around 6 p.m., we're going to do a little dinner there. And then at 7:30, we're going to do an unrecorded podcast with you guys. Some people would call this conversation. Some people would say, Jake, humans have been doing this for years. I say, no, I just invented it. This is brand new, revolutionary. Me and Brad, uninhibited by technologically enhanced amplification and also recording devices. Just chatting, doing both with you guys. So that's how we're gonna end the night. The last hour and a half-ish of the night is just gonna be Q&A with you guys. We will answer any question you ask us, and it's not gonna be posted anywhere. So it's just like we're really just hanging this day. We're really just hanging out. So that's what you can expect out of the day. Saturday, October 26th, Napan, Indiana. All this information is on our website. That's where you can buy the tickets. Ghostrunners.life. I don't know if there's anything I missed in there, but if there is, we'll mention it next week. And wow, how did Trey ever do a podcast by himself for a year? This is exhausting. Back to the episode. So there you go. We'd love to see you there. And back on the pecan soda pop thing real quick. I saw a graph recently that said it was like people who say soda versus pop 10 years ago versus now. And I'm a statistic because I'm part of the transition. Really? I don't know how this happened, but I grew up saying pop and now I say soda. It's
Charlie
changing.
Barron's, man. Barron's Onyx.
Yeah.
Barron's of Onyx.
Yep.
I don't know. Interesting. So you say soda all the time now.
I think so.
Are you sure?
Every now and then I'll say soda pop. I like that.
Like as a goofy thing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys got any soda pop?
I'll allow that. Not unironically.
It like reminds me of
kinda
old
gross.
people.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
It's kind of gross.
I hate when people say gross, but it's not gross. It's not gross.
Kind of gross. Dude, that reminds me. I got called a time and I need your help. So
Okay.
Rachel is dating this family of 3. One's in middle school, one's in high school. They both do K-Life, which is fun. They were doing K-Life Monday night. So I was like, I want to like go and help drop you off. I wanted to see it. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I meant to text Peter like, dude, I forgot. We used to have it made. We were so close to everything.
Yes.
Chick-fil-A was right there. Panda, backyard. McDonald's, backyard.
What do you need? Yeah.
Everything was Hy-Vee across the street.
You want to go play pickup basketball? Sure.
Right there.
Right there.
Want to get shot? Yeah, it's also an option.
Yeah, there was an active shooting there one time. No problem.
But also Dennis Rodman there one time.
Yes.
It's in the Kansas City Star.
Yeah, look it up.
Look it up. So one of the girls that Rachel nannies for, she's like, oh yeah, I went to K-Life last week and I mentioned your name and so-and-so said she knew you. And I was like, oh yeah, I almost hired her for Bondi. So I haven't met her, but yes, I know who she is. And she's like, yeah, she said she knew you. She said, oh, Jake, he's so millennial. I feel like that's not good.
Interesting.
Can you translate?
I don't know. I've never heard like that. Why is that the first thing that they said about you?
It was not only the first thing, but yeah, it was also like the first time I've heard it as an adjective, and I didn't like it being thrown at me.
So millennial.
Yeah, and we've never met in person. So I don't, just my Instagram. We had texted a bit. Millennial
know.
texting, maybe?
I don't
Instagram?
know what that would mean. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I wish I could help you.
So millennial.
It sounds
Maybe
like
my socks.
It sounds like a lovably negative word. What'd you say? You know?
Oh, wait, before that, I said my socks.
No, I said, would you agree? Like,
Oh, yes, yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, Grandpa, he's a little old fashioned.
he's so yeah. He's an old soul. It's like, okay, that means you kind of think they're boring, but you also like respect them a little bit because of it.
Oh, Mrs. Johnson, she's a little uptight.
She wishes it was red and blue still. So.
Mr. Cranston, he's cool, but he's millennial.
Mr. White, millennial. Interesting.
So I got called that. Yeah. Oh,
So
Jake, yeah, he's millennial.
That doesn't sound familiar to you?
No.
Obviously,
Like
we all know the
saying
word.
someone's
but-
so millennial. I don't know.
Your friends aren't going around calling people that.
Like, what are the stereotypes of a millennial? Like, what's the typical?
I feel
don't
like
know.
when millennials were like in their young 20s, they were getting the same kind of like rap that every generation always gets. Like these people don't want to work. Like we wanted to work. And then you realize like, every generation has been labeled that in their young 20s.
Yeah.
But I don't know what our stereotype is now.
So millennial. He like started his own business. So millennial.
He doesn't use his degree.
He is always on social media. He uses Facebook.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Facebook user. Anyway,
interesting.
that's it. Just a millennial guy.
I am curious, like how many terms is Gen Z actually using that I'm hearing about, and how many are just like social media jokes?
More of like TikTok comment type words.
Like how many, like in your vernacular? Sorry, Timon. In the way you speak.
In the way you soda pop.
You didn't finish history, so.
Maybe Timon could use a little red blue for his last history credit.
Yeah, maybe we should teach his history.
Start screaming at him.
Maybe, yeah, Platt City will teach it. Like, can you think of words that we don't use that you use or that your friends use?
I don't know. I feel like honestly, me and my friends are not at an extreme. Like,
Sure, you guys
I'd
aren't.
say we're pretty mild.
You don't
Gen
have
Z.
like one friend that's like trying a little too hard.
Not really. Maybe not even. not even like really close friends. Though. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to give you a word, and you tell me how often you guys use it.
Okay.
Me too.
I only have one in mind, so it's going to go pretty quick.
I'm pretty curious about a few. Go ahead.
Okay, the word mid. I feel like that is one of the more popular, newer Gen Z terms. How often does that get
And
thrown
go ahead
around?
and define it to the people that don't know it. very
Language
well.
of origin.
Mid, just like something that's like, not great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
it's
high, not low.
average.
It's in the mid.
Yeah. I'd say, not too much, but like
Use it a mid amount.
that. Yeah, you could say that. I don't think probably less than most Gen Z. It's
But
probably
you
gonna be the
hear
answer
it
for
from your
longest.
friends.
I'd say, occasionally.
Okay.
Sure, I've used it occasionally.
Okay, so that's more than millennials. That's
What about cringe
Cringe is pretty. I didn't know that was really a Gen Z thing.
as an
I would
adjective?
say pretty often.
Yeah.
Like if some, yeah.
Catherine
That's-
used it the other day. I was like, don't stop. You sound so awkward.
You don't like her saying cringe?
I don't know. I don't like it. It's just a new word that I'm like, you learned this word. Like,
That's funny. That word doesn't seem new to me.
I do think the
it's
millennial
not
version.
that. Cringy was
Yeah, I
like,
was gonna say that's the millennial version. It's
Cringy
like saying
was like
that's
a
so
thing.
Saying
cringy.
cringy is pretty cringe.
Yeah, yeah. That's,
Yeah.
cringy. I feel like was the millennials originated cringe, but we just said cringy.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think probably.
yeah.
Yeah, but then cringe.
drop the E. It's cleaner.
There you go.
It's so the cringe.
All right. Okay. Do you describe food as gas?
No.
Okay.
Just around us.
we're joking. I mean, but just very rarely.
Because I've heard some of Isaac's friends, I'll say that, use that term,
Yeah, I would never.
gas.
Yeah, I don't think myself or my friend group would use that not jokingly.
Okay.
And even if that very, very like it's uncommon.
What about slaps?
If good
Oh, that's definitely more so.
you say slaps.
I'd say so.
slaps.
Do you say slaps?
No,
Jake? No. Yeah, I
Like
think
yeah, like
it just
this
sounds
song,
like
this
we're
song
trying
slaps. Yeah, that'll get used.
I think I've in a somewhat goofy way said that one's a slapperino. Like done my own version of the common word.
You're so millennial.
Dang it, I just had two of them. Oh, speaking of slaps, similar with bop. I think that was a similar word around the same time. So songs of
Oh
bop.
yeah, bop is good.
Oh, you're using bop.
Not much, not as much
Bop
as
it.
slaps.
Twist it.
to. What are some words that you and I used? Do you guys say awkward ever?
Yeah. Or
I feel like awkward was like a really popular word.
what do
when
you
we
mean?
were-
Just like yeah, things are awkward. I didn't know that was.
But
a
you
slang
describe
thing.
it as because instead of uncomfortable or
Oh,
whatever,
For sure.
cringe or
For sure
whatever, you
awkward,
say
yeah.
awkward. Yeah, that was
it's a
awkward.
normal part of our vernacular.
If you're in
good.
your guy friend group and someone has like a good burp, do you say good push?
Nope,
All right.
never.
Is that a thing?
I've
Are we
seen
making
it.
them up at this point? Like,
No.
So yeah,
No, well, you said Isaac's friends, so now I was like, let me think about what Isaac's friends have said around me. And yeah, one time I burped around Parker, and he was like, "Good push." I was like, interesting. I've never heard
That just
that.
sounds like a Parker thing.
that's a
I think
Parker.
that's just Parker for you.
good
okay.
push.
Okay, those are good.
Those are gas.
I like this.
Should we do some no dumb questions?
I feel like we have one really good story. We got to get to it
Let's
sooner
go.
rather than
Let's get to it.
later.
Let's get to it. Let's get to
We
it.
have. Honestly, we should have got to it earlier. That's my bad talking about organized people. I was excited, but we have the story of all stories.
Good preface.
All right?
Wow.
I'm just so excited to tell people this.
You start it. I'll add color. How about
Brad,
that?
you fill in. Timon,
Okay.
you fill in where needed.
time
All
and
right.
ask questions. Clarify.
Yeah.
Speak for the people who can't speak for themselves.
Don't be cringe.
The blue team.
Don't be awk, dude.
Represent the blue team.
Bring your
Represent-
gas.
Yeah, bring that gas. Pedal to the cobbler's stone.
Put your cobbler's shoes down to the metal.
All right. So it's going to be tough to name this episode. I feel like I want to go millennial. I want to go cobbler's feet. And then obviously what we're about to talk about.
Sure,
a lot of
sure.
options.
Yeah.
All right. So the Healing Waters golf tournament, Safe Water Open. Brad's like, I really think we should go to this. I didn't push back a ton, but I was just like, I just pushed back a little bit. I was like, I don't know. It's,
Yeah.
Maybe I think I said pitch. You got to sell me on it,
Right.
And Brad did sell me on it. I was like, all right, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. It's gonna be fun. Let's do it. And so we go and we organize. We're gonna play with local ghosty Micah, other ghosty Rendell Weavers flying in from Ohio. We talked about this last week, and I've just done enough touring with my golf clubs that I was just like, I don't know why I just get annoyed bringing golf clubs with me. I was like, it's a one-day tournament. As I said last week, we're not gonna win this thing. I haven't been golfing anyway. Like having my own clubs is not even gonna matter. But I was like, you know what? I should bring my putter. You're going to want to remember that, folks. For those listening at home, you're going to want to remember that detail. All right.
He carried on his putter.
So yeah, I had my putter just above me as I'm walking through the aisle. Excuse me.
He went through
Didn't want to lose it.
He didn't think that it would get detected in the metal detector. He just carried it with him in the metal
I was like,
detector.
if it's 100% metal, then I have like a pass.
It's like, well, obviously this.
yeah.
Yeah. No, he put it in my bag.
Yep, had it in Brad's bag. And
I also understand why you didn't want to carry or bring your golf clubs because it is a
kind of annoying, yeah.
It's not an easy thing to lug.
And it just like, when you first pack up your clubs and you wheel them from your front door to your car, you think, well, that's not too bad. And then you walk through a whole airport and you think, my arm's going to fall off. I hate this thing.
Right.
And
they don't have the upright golf bags yet. You know,
one that I could push. Yeah. One that, you just arm extended.
Uh-huh.
So I bring my putter and then just some accessories, rangefinder, glove, tees, balls for the boys. And as soon as our flight gets delayed a little bit, we're running a little late. We get there. We don't have much time to really do much, but as soon as we arrive, didn't even arrive we were playing it in Castle Pines. The name of the golf course is Castle Pines. So I'm Navigator. I type in Castle Pines. It says Castle Pines Golf Club. I'm like, that,
of course. Yeah.
Why would it be anything other than that?
Yeah.
Turns out that's not the name of it. You have to go to the Ridge.
The Ridge at Castle
Pines.
May I interrupt for just a quick story pre that? So we got our car via Turo. It was a Nissan Armada. Not trying to...
Huge fan of Turo.
Yes. Armad Rashad is what we called him.
Mm-hmm.
And we were running late. We were delayed like an hour. And so I was like, we were already like pushing it a little bit close. It seemed like to get there on time and get a little bit of lunch in beforehand and all this stuff. And so I was like, Rendell, do you mind picking up the car for us? It's just parked in the, economy lot or whatever. He's like, yeah, no problem. He hears from a local, like, here's how you get to the parking lot. And Rendell Weaver, just 5 foot, whatever, Marie Kondo, 4'7" Rendell Weaver.
Yeah, he was an Amish
4'7". He has his golf bag and he proceeds to, on accident, I think, walk to the economy lot, like 20 minutes, he said, something like that.
Yeah, he got his Rendell Weavered.
With his golf bag. Poor guy. So we get there like, dude, thank you. This was so clutch that you picked this up. It would have taken us way longer to, he's like, yeah, you'd be surprised how long it takes.
It took a little over an hour to get it.
So anyway, shout out to Rendell Weaver for doing that. But yeah, we get
because he did save us a lot of time.
A ton of time.
We get there with maybe 35 minutes before we're about to tee off, and we're supposed to be eating lunch. I definitely want to go to the range and like see if I could swing a golf club, get used to Rendell's clubs,
your
whatever.
mallet finger.
Yeah, I haven't been able to close it fully. Still can't. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I splinted too hard. I knew I should have taken off 2 weeks early. Don't listen to doctors. Orthopedic people.
Sure.
And as soon as we're walking up, nice young bloke in a Ridge at Castle Pines golf polo says, "Hey guys, can I take your clubs?" Like, oh sure. And then he says, also, by the way, huge Ghostrunners fan. Like, oh, this is great.
Yeah,
this is awesome. What's your name, dude? He's like, I'm Gavin, and just really pumped I got to meet you guys today. We would later find out Gavin was not supposed to work today, but he's been a big fan for a couple years now. And he was like, "What? I couldn't believe I heard you were coming, maybe." And so I asked my boss if I could have a shift today.
Yeah.
I was like, "That's awesome." I was like, "You coming for dinner?" He's like, "No, I have like this homecoming thing." Foreshadowing, Gavin came to dinner.
Gavin came, baby. Gavin made it happen.
Yep.
Yeah, we're like, "Can we take a picture with you then? Like, if we're not going to see you later?" He's like, don't know if I'm allowed to do that while I'm working. I was like, good for you. Just wanted to offer. If
high profile people.
That's right.
They don't like to be bothered.
But that was a crazy small world experience kind of thing.
Instantly. And then straight from there, we go, we find our way to a little chicken Caesar wrap with fried chicken. I liked the crunch.
We couldn't believe the fried chicken.
We scarfed.
Would you say we had one of those or multiple?
I'd say we had one before really doing anything. And then Brad and I went back and
this was classic Brad and Jake.
Yeah, just so dumb and so funny. We have no audience. We have no one to even make laugh, but we're still just like goofing around like
lunch started at 12:30 and it was like 1:45.
So that everything's put away. Like there's barely any signs that nothing is even out except for a few more chicken Caesar wraps. And no one's even really around. No one's monitoring like, and then
like, hey, you guys already had one of those. Nice try. We saw it. Gavin told us you guys had some. Like
no one's even really around. And Brad just like so loudly like, we're just walking up. Let's see. Let's read the sign. Looks like they have a turkey wrap. Oh, the turkey one's empty.
Oh, they're all gone. I guess we'll have this chicken.
I'm reading here. Chicken Caesar.
That sounds pretty good.
Those look good.
Yeah.
I'll be interested in trying it for the first time.
Yeah. This is the first I'm seeing of this. And you're like, yes, but surely, Brad, we're all gonna have grilled chicken, not fried, right? I was like, oh, of course.
Just dumb improv just for each other, basically. That was funny. Yeah, good Chicken Caesar wrap. So anyway, you get shuttled to the range. That was the first of its kind for me. Never been shuttled to the range. And we go over there. We meet Micah right beforehand. Right away, Micah, good vibes. You can just tell we're going to have fun today. Good sense of humor.
So fun. Yeah. He had a connection
to every aspect of my life.
It was crazy.
Yeah. I should have done a better job writing him down. I don't remember all of them, but I remember he... so I'm like hustling to the range. I got, Caesar wrap all over my hands and in my stomach. And I'm trying to, get used to swinging in Rendell's clubs. And then also Micah's just rattling off all these connections. It's unbelievable. He's like, so my grandparents live in Waverly, Iowa, which is where Rachel and I got married. He's like, they're also huge UNI volleyball fans, randomly. He's like, so I texted about your wife and he's like, I texted about your wife like a year or so ago. Like, hey, do you know Rachel Coop? And they were like, oh my gosh, yes, great volleyball player.
Hall of Fame.
And then he texted he texted his grandpa again like that day and was like, hey, I just played golf with Rachel Coop's husband. And the grandpa texted back, cool. Good volleyball player. Great grandpa text.
Yeah.
Cool, period. Good volleyball player, period.
And in reality, that grandpa might have been like, oh, cool. Good volleyball player.
That's amazing. But I used to love watching her. Yeah.
Cool. Good volleyball player.
Okay.
All right. Well, talk to you later.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, good volleyball
player. Other connections we had.
He went to IWU, Indiana Wesleyan University.
Yeah, had some Kanaka connections.
The I'm Down Boys and Clint.
Yes,
Clint from the I'm Down Boys. Yeah, he knew Clint, I think, a little bit before he made the connection that he was an I'm Down Boy. And then he's like, wait, you're that Clint? Like, dude, what? And just a wild connection there.
There's all other stuff, but it was fun. It was just so much at once. It's awesome.
His wife, worked at Kanakuk and like
that's what it was. Yeah, we had a ton of mutual friends.
Yeah, like was the counselor to some of our K-Life kids.
Yeah,
yeah,
just love good connections. So anyway, very little time on the range. I would say, I don't know if anyone would consider ourselves feeling dialed after that.
Sure, certainly not.
But it's like whatever. It's time to go. And so we start golfing. First hole. To start off, it was par 3. It was the closest to the pinhole to start off. Not what you'd want. You'd like to get a few warm-up holes in.
Yeah, they were trying to rig that thing a little bit against us.
Yeah. Big Daddy gets up there, and you hit the ball straight as an arrow and just juiced it too much. Colorado air, man.
I guess so. Yeah. Just got up there. And I'm so glad that I hit that ball well, because if I didn't, I think I would have been in my head the rest of the day. Like, I think that helps a lot. Like if you have the first ball, just absolutely go, 5 yards down. Like that happened to me in Memphis, where like the first drive I had was like, that went nowhere. Like that is bad. Like it wasn't even like, oh, that went completely left. It was like, no, I see my ball. I can read the, it says title. It's right there on the ball. Like, and so it just messes with you. And so I was like, I don't care that I didn't have a great shot. Like it didn't go by the hole. That's fine. At least I hit the ball.
And that's what I kept telling you throughout the day. I was like, dude, you're doing the hard stuff correctly. Yeah. Like aiming and getting the distances like that, you can figure out. But like you're hitting the ball solid. Yeah, Big Daddy with a teed up iron shot on the par 3 tee box is a a
Not bad.
You got that figured out, I will say.
I was surprised that like there were times where I was like, I know Jake's using a 9 iron, so I'll use a 7 or whatever, because that's in the past. But then there was a few times where I just hit way too far, and I was like, and I think it probably is Colorado partially, but
sometimes that's how it is too. Even you're like, man, well, I didn't think I'd hit it perfect. I was kind of planning on somewhat hitting it well.
Yes, every time
that's too far.
Feel that way. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, on that hole, like right before I swung, I don't think you posted a video of it. I don't think you can really hear it on the video, but I just go kaboom, and then I right before I do my backswing.
That was fun.
Just because it's like if I miss completely, that's funny. If I smack this thing, that's funny. So I said kaboom, and
there's something funny about saying kaboom with a 7 iron in your hands too. Like it goes 160 yards. Right. It's like not even a driver.
Kaboom.
But so we get off the first tee, and no one is even on the green. We have no chance at even being closer to the pin.
No.
And so it's like not a great start. But we chip one close. We make a putt. It's like, okay, we parred. 4-man scramble. You'd like to have birdies, but hey, we didn't shoot a bogey.
Right.
And then I think the next few holes were kind of trading off. We'd birdie one and then we'd par one and we'd birdie one and we'd par one. It's like, okay, this is going a little better than I thought it would. This isn't bad. And along the way, we're having fun. Just a few things to interject. Let's see. Do you want to tell a story about Micah?
Yeah,
and the cart girl.
You probably get. Oh no. Yes. Okay. Let's tell the other inside joke first.
That happened on like hole 2.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Rendell, what do you have that'd go like 220 yards? And he's like,
maybe it's a Gen Z thing, time, and you keep your ears up for this one.
Okay.
Hey.
Yep.
Pay attention. He said, Rendell's like, yeah, I have a 3-iron. And I was like, oh, sweet, let's try that. And he's like, yeah, I bought this one. Honestly, I don't even know if I like the club. It's just like, it's matte black and it's really cool. And I was like, oh, it's sweet. I like standing over the ball. And Micah was like, oh yeah, that's cute.
That thing is cute.
And we were all like,
what?
What do you mean it's cute? And then he like immediately backtracked.
Oh, not like, whoa. I mean like cute. Like, I mean like, I don't know. Cute, whatever.
And so he's like, I don't know why I said that. I think I was trying to be funny. I don't know. Like, no, it's all good.
I don't know. I was nervous. Gavin took like your first win. And so, yeah. 88-3 the win, so it's, I don't know. And he's
it's cute. It's a cute club.
And so, multiple times in the next few holes, we would say like, oh, dude, cute shot. Oh, dude, that
cute
is
stroke.
And finally he just goes, oh, that's my thing, isn't it? Oh, that's my thing. I'm the cute guy.
My wife told me just be normal and you won't end up on the podcast.
What have I done?
You guys are going to make fun of me for the cute thing. And so that's really what made it a thing, is him freaking out about it.
That was so funny. Like him like verbally processing like, oh, I did my thing too quick. I'm the cute guy. So funny.
He later did multiple other things that were way worse than the cute thing. So we'll get to that later. Those are the things.
Do you say cute, Timon?
No.
Okay.
Never heard that be a thing.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if that was like another thing that we just didn't know about. So
no,
I kind of want to start now.
Same things are cute. Chuggy.
Chuggy, dude. Super chug.
Right, Timon? Right, Bailey? Right, Kenty?
Yep.
They get it. Right,
People
Brendan?
don't say cringy anymore. They say cringe. People don't say chuggy anymore. They say chug.
Ooh, that's good, actually.
Yeah. Chugga, chugga, chug, chug. Oh, dude. Chugga, chugga, chug, chug.
One of those ankle socks. Chugga, chugga. All aboard. Chug, chug.
Chug, chug. Oh, we were so cool. We were so millennial. Anyway.
It's so funny. Just to reiterate, everything that we're saying, the girls in the house cleaning are live listening to. So it's making no sense.
Who are these guys? Make money off of this?
This is how are they
know.
affording me being here?
I mean, he eats a lot of granola. I guess he just buys it in bulk and saves money that way.
He must have a pet squirrel somewhere in this house. I don't know. This doesn't make sense. Okay, so then I would say the tail end of the front 9 into the back 9, something starts to happen. And I don't know what it was, but miracles start taking place.
Storms started brewing in this form of good things.
I mean, it was a few different things happening at the same time. One was Brad and Micah would usually tee off for us first, and they were doing a really good job of getting balls in the fairway. And so then, if you...
Go ahead.
No.
Well, I was going to say, and you developed a new swing.
So, yeah, I'd been having trouble, I would say driver is the hardest new club to adjust to. Like, if you're like, my 7-iron versus your 7-iron, I could figure it out.
No problem.
Granted, that's if the person's clubs is not Marie Kondo's height. That I did not foresee coming. That did give me some trouble. I didn't complain about it all day, but that was very hard to adjust to. I'm in the squat position trying to hit a pitching wedge. But honestly, I don't know if it would have mattered that much anyway. Rendell Weaver's scratch golfer. He's such a stick, dude.
He's a stick.
Yeah, just so
you
good.
say that? Stick?
Nope. No.
Okay.
Golf term.
Golf term.
Ah.
Didn't know if it sticky. Stick.
It used to be sticky.
Yeah.
So I've been having trouble with the driver, and kind of jokingly, because we had a ball in the fairway, I was like, guys, I know I wasn't swinging hard enough, which is never the problem in golf.
It's almost always the opposite.
But today, miracles were happening. So they keep getting balls in the fairway, so me and Rendell have like opportunities to just, just release.
Tee off. Literally.
Tee off.
Yeah.
Tee it high, let it fly. And so this starts a pattern of me and Rendell swinging as hard as we possibly can, and the ball's going straighter than they've ever gone. I don't know what, I've never seen anything like it. I've never hit the ball this way.
What? There was one that you hit.
Yeah, I mean, like Rendell had one 380, which is very long. Insane. It was pretty downhill, but there were some like flat ones that the last hole I think I hit at 345.
Yeah,
like a flat hole.
Yeah,
we're at like 6,000 feet elevation, so it's just so fun. The ball's flying, it's bouncing, it's dry, it's rolling.
Yeah.
So many holes in a row. It's just me and Rendell having like a long drive competition.
Here's what it sounds like. on the golf course for Rendell Weaver. You know, after we had already hit, you know, pretty good shots, so he like has a little bit of pressure taken off him. Like if I have a shank here, not a big deal. So it's quiet. That's the birds going. And then every once in a while I go, and then all of a sudden backswing. Sorry.
Yeah,
He would grunt, dude.
DeChambeau grunting.
He was like pounding that thing.
And he was pounding. I gotta say, I told him, I said, Rendell, I've never I've hit the ball over 300 yards in the fairway 4 times, and we haven't used it 4 times in a row. This is unbelievable what you're doing to me. And that's another thing. So we start playing a lot better. Brad turns up the heat, not on his competition level, but on his trying to make our teammates laugh level. And Brad is starting to play really well. Brad's like, I'm going to do the fake fart sound a lot.
Should I do it? And Jake's like, not on the tee box.
I'm going to do it on the tee box.
I think I'm going to do it.
Sorry, I can't not do it on the tee box. I have to do it.
And it was always just like, you got to do it like 10 seconds before you think they're going to hit it so that they can like recalibrate.
They have time to think about that was dumb.
And it's like, it can't be too loud. It's just like,
they barely heard it.
sometimes it's just a little SBD, like. Anyway, I only did it a few times.
As the drives are starting to happen, putts are starting to fall. At one point, this is just kind of fun. Brad's just making friends with some people on the back porch next to our tee box. Hey, what's for dinner?
Yeah.
We're having shrimp. Oh, yeah? Then
Rendell's about to, you know, just hit the ball 500 yards. I was like, watch this shrimp drive the crap out of the ball.
That really busted everyone up. So funny.
And they just nailed it, dude.
Oh, you think you're having shrimp? Watch our little shrimp right here.
Something like
Get a load of this.
Watch this drive. Oh my gosh, it was awesome.
It just started to be like everything was going well. The vibes just were. I think normally in a 5-hour 4-man scramble, you just kind of lose a little energy. 100%. It just started to get better and better. We get to the back 9, and then we're playing as good as we've been playing, but all of a sudden, I just start making every putt you need me to make.
Yeah,
it didn't matter where it was from. It was just unbelievable. This is when another set of miracles start happening. I'm just making every putt. I probably made 4 or 5 in a row on the back 9. It was just unbelievable. And then we're on like hole 16 or something. It's a par 5. Rendell's, bombed the drive, bombed the 3-wood, and now we have like a, I don't know, 10-footer down a hill. It's super fast greens. It's a nice course, and we're on the fringe. Brad goes first. No one's shown him a line. And he buries this eagle putt. And that's when we really were like freaking out.
That's when it was like,
insane.
Team of destiny.
This is crazy.
It's happening.
This is crazy.
I was like beating my chest. I'm like, ah!
I just kept saying, like, I can't believe it. I've never seen anything like this. We're just not that good at golf.
No,
everything is just working out. And so we ended up shooting a 14 under in 18 holes. Felt pretty good about it. But you never know in these tournaments.
Did we par our last hole?
Yeah, we did. I think 2 of our last 3 holes we parred. Kind of felt like we left some out there.
Yeah.
A little bit, limped to the finish line.
There was a Bluetooth on the golf carts, and I was trying to play some fun songs to like pump us up.
That's right.
Ba, 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 ba.
That was fun.
Final countdown.
So it's like, it's like 14 under. That feels solid, but there's probably another crew out here. Like they're all 4 of them are scratch golfers, and like they birdied everything. Probably
and you can buy those mulligans.
Oh,
which means like do-overs basically.
Yeah, and so it's like, I don't know. Rendell, on the other hand, who knows golf really well, he's like, guys, that's a tough course. Like we might have a shot. We're like, at what? He's like, winning. Like what?
Yeah,
like he's like, that's a tough course. I think we played really well. It's like, I don't know. They get up there. We're sitting down there. Elizabeth Virgil's in the house. She came to support us. Gavin's sitting next to us. Micah's wife Dayton is there. We've got a crew.
Yeah,
and they're like, all right, it's time to announce the winner is the Safe Water Open. In 3rd place at 12 under. And we're like, oh.
Yeah. All of a sudden, we start whisper yelling, like,
that's 12 under. That's 12 under. We have a legitimate chance.
Yeah, we might win this.
Oh my gosh.
Good job, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Very good.
That's a good score.
Good job.
The greens
That's
were
awesome.
fast.
Wow.
Hey, and make sure your kids have shoes.
That's right. Yeah. The golfers' clubs are never watered, right?
Heal them. And then they say in 2nd place with a score of 13 under.
We're just freaking out. Like, dude, we won.
Like, Brindle, you turn in the scorecard, right?
Yeah.
You turn in the scorecard. Everything we're good. And they say, with a score of 14 under at 1st place, Brad, Jake, Rendell, and Micah. Freaking out. We won the golf tournament.
We're like, yeah, we couldn't. We're like, we don't do this, guys. I promise.
It's our first time. We don't.
Yes, we've never. I don't know what to do right now.
It was unbelievable, and it honestly, at the end of the day, it felt good to take money from the nonprofit.
Absolutely,
That's what we came there to do.
Yeah,
they paid us money, and we took it.
We absolutely took it, and we are going to use it for good.
Brad, we each got $100 Amazon gift cards. And Brad, the whole night's like, dude, you should redeem that for a Southwest voucher. You need to go to Hawaii.
Yeah,
take that to the counter.
I was like, I'll give you $100, and you just give me the $100 Amazon thing.
Use it on your Southwest.
Like Waikiki. Why go home? Go to Waikiki right now.
Waikiki right now. The Waikiki.
Yeah, that'll give you a key when you get there. You'll get the Waikiki.
It was crazy,
dude.
I don't know what to compare it to. This is 1984. U.S. hockey beats the Soviet Union.
Right.
Do you believe in miracles?
Right.
I don't know what else you would. It's sports. When else has this happened? We needed a 30 for 30.
Remember when Nate Robinson blocked Yao Ming? That's what it felt like.
This is physically impossible.
This 5'11" guy, or however tall he is.
Yeah. Tiger
He's
Woods
shorter
in
than that.
1997. I don't know what else.
It's not Tiger Woods, because Tiger Woods ended up being the best golfer ever, though. It'd be like,
we need even more than that.
Oh, yeah.
You're saying, okay, I see.
No, Tiger Woods is like
an underdog
It's like
story.
Patrick Mahomes coming back in the Super Bowl. It's like, well, but he's Patrick Mahomes.
This was like, it would be like if Timon made it to the NBA.
It'd be like if Timon made it to the NBA.
Like, wow.
And not only did he make it to the NBA, but he won the finals.
He won the golf tournament.
Yeah.
What's up? It's Timon. Just popping in to say I'm going to play a clip from last Wednesday's episode of Jake talking about the golf tournament. And it makes it even funnier that the boys ended up taking home the W because, you'll hear how Jake talks about it. So yeah, enjoy.
A week ago, I couldn't really swing very well, but now
We're back.
I mean, not like we're gonna win this either way, but at least it'll be more enjoyable for me. Not like we're gonna win this either way, but
Oh, past Jake. Boy, were you wrong. Boy, oh boy, were you wrong. Anyway, okay, back to present day.
It was unbelievable. It was so much fun. We're already like scheming for next year. We're like, we got to run this back.
Yeah,
everyone needs to come next year. But this foursome is staying intact.
yeah, about hole 11 or so, didn't you and Micah make a pact? Like, if we somehow win this,
Yeah,
we're doing it again.
we're coming back. Yeah.
Also, sometime around hole 11, what happened with you and Micah? The girl.
Oh yes, this was funny. So, like I said, nice golf course, nice golf carts. They have what's called governors on them. You know, where it's like, okay, if you're going downhill, you can't go too fast, or like they even had GPSs on ours, where it was like, oh, you're too close to the green, get back on the cart path, whatever. So we're going down this pretty steep hill, and the governor's going like, and so we're going pretty slow down this hill, and then all of a sudden, like it speeds up, you know, right when we get to the bottom of the hill, but right as that same thing happened, this girl, she wasn't the cart girl, she was like working the event though or something.
She's in a skirt.
Happened to be a cute girl, comes on the golf cart the other way, like towards us. And so as the golf cart picks up speed, Micah just goes, "Oh, here we go." But it looked like,
I think it was hey there.
"Oh, hey there.
Oh, hey there.
Oh, hey there.
Hey there.
That's right. Oh, hey there." Right as this girl's like driving up to us. And so he was commenting about the
Speed.
golf cart getting speed. But in reality, it looked like, to me, this girl comes up. Like, we're just talking about like, yeah, dude, so how's your wife? Like, you guys have been married like a year. Is it going well? Whatever. Yeah, it's going. Whoa, hey there.
Whoa, hey
It's
there.
like, all right, you dog. Like,
Hey, what are you in town for?
and so I was like, that's pretty funny that it made it. It's so like,
It's perfect timing.
of course, we meet his wife later. I'm so tempted to just be like, listen, this is what happened.
Don't let him around this girl.
Yeah, no.
Hey there.
But anyway.
And then last Micah thing,
there.
we're at dinner, and I had made, we're just cracking jokes. We're doing our thing, me and Brad going back and forth or whatever. And I made some just like quick joke, a callback to something else. And Micah's like, dude, how'd you think of that, man? It just gives me a high five for the joke. And we're like, that's great. We should be high fiving for jokes more. Like, dude,
Yeah.
that was so funny.
He's like, that was so quick. And he just like put it up there for you to get a high five.
Dude, yes, man.
I feel like
joke.
maybe 4 times throughout the day, he was like amazed by how quickly you made a joke. He's like,
Really?
that was so quick. That was so funny, dude. Nice, man.
I love the high five for jokes.
Yeah.
Like, we should be high fiving for jokes more often.
It's like
I tell
the
a good joke-
universal response is usually laughing. Why? Why not just just imagine you're at a comedy show and you're
I'm
like
just going down the rows.
So anyway, I had that's the BJ joke. And instead of like hearing any laughter, you just hear like a
high fiving people. And I'm running down the front row, high fiving them too. Not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. Just like silent, but like claps.
Yeah. So that's the golf story.
Yeah.
We freaking won the golf tournament. And I made a whole Instagram story that day. It was so hard not to tell you guys. We wanted to be a surprise.
so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool,
Had a
guys.
blast.
Good job.
Rendell.
Thank you.
Rendell is such high vibes. Michael was high vibe. Like Rendell's just, we get to our hotel room. We're like, Rendell, you can stay with us in the hotel. And he couldn't believe the hotel room we got. And it was not that nice of a, it was a big hotel room. It was one of those like suite kind of things that had like multiple rooms in it. But I mean, he slept on this bed that he looked inverted on. Like
It had a lot of urine
it looked like
stains, too.
it looked like his head was like, I don't even know if he could see the top of his feet while he was sleeping. Like how high difference it was, but he loved it. He was so much fun. And what did he keep
I
saying
meant
at the
to
end?
wear Wednesday episode. I'm going to wear the merch he gave us.
Dude, I love my shirt.
Yeah, shout
I
out
wore-
Rendell. If you guys don't know, he makes YouTube content. Scratch hacks.
Scratch hacks.
He gave us some of his own merch. It looks nice. You'll see it Wednesday.
Yeah, I wore it one day, and then I think I wore it like the night after I showered one night, and then the next day, and I'm like, I told Catherine, I'm like, yeah, I really like this shirt. She goes, yeah, I can tell. I'm like,
All right.
okay, all right. I mean, yeah, I like it. Okay,
I like it.
it feels nice. So, shout out to Scratch Hacks. Shout out to Rendell. Shout out to Healing Waters. They're sponsor of the show.
Oh, hey, let's talk about him.
Let's talk about them. It was cool seeing, there was like a presentation during dinner. Cool hearing them talk a little bit more about their mission and what they're doing. And it's cool because I think they described it. If you guys don't know, Healing Waters is a ministry, is an organization who is bringing safe water to the world. And they described it as like so many similar efforts from people have basically tried to be like, hey, let's just do the bare minimum in order to have some sort of clean water solution for this area.
This was kind of my takeaway too, because I've been a part of those mission trips where
Really?
it's like, let's go. They don't have access to clean water. Let's go build them a well.
Yeah.
Well, what happens when the well breaks?
Right.
And
Or they'll talk about, all of a sudden like this doesn't work anymore. Like, and what Healing Waters is doing is bringing like really legit like systems to place, and not only
It's like first world like systems and first world purification. It's
Right.
like really nice water systems.
Yes, and also education towards that water of like, hey, this is how you need to use the water. This is the benefits of it. This is how you maintain this. All these different things. And I think the majority of the people that are working on these projects are local people. They're not just Healing Waters, missionary, ministry workers that are coming into the town and the country. So it's sustainable. It's just an amazing thing that they're doing. So more than 20 years, Healing Water has been bringing hope and health to underserved populations through trusted, sustainable, safe water solutions and health and hygiene education. So we are partnering with them. If you'd like to contribute, we'd be so grateful for that. I'll just give you some quick numbers. Once again, a child, if you donate $30, a one-time $30 gift provides a child with safe drinking water for an entire year. $150 would do the same for an entire family. $750 would do an entire community. So it's give.healingwaters.org/ghostrunners for more information and to contribute. It's been amazing. I mean, we've raised a lot of money so far. I don't know the exact totals, but I just know that we are making a difference, and it's a cool thing to see. And we're just thankful for them for supporting us as we try to get the word out for them. So, anything else to add with that, Jake?
No, they're awesome.
Yeah,
Good people to support.
Give.healingwaters.org/ghostrunners. Contribute today, make a difference around the world. It's a really, really sweet thing. So,
Real sweet thing.
real sweet thing.
One last thing I saw in my notes on the golf tournament is Gavin. Got to hang out with him a lot more later in the night. Awesome dude. Awesome ghosty.
Yes.
He said, I'm really trying to get my parents to buy Good Ranchers. I said, oh, okay. Hey, I appreciate it, man. That sounds great. He said, yeah, it's a bummer. My mom watched a documentary, so now she doesn't eat meat. I was like, yeah, I get it. Those things could be pretty good. He's like, the thing is, it even got my dad to stop eating meat, but then he got really gassy, so he's back to eating meat again.
That's right.
All right, well, talk to him about Good Ranchers.
So eat meat, become, just a normal guy. It's not gassy.
Eradicate the gas.
All the gas, time in Gen Z. So, yeah. You want to talk about Good Ranchers too?
Hey, sure.
While we're here, we are sponsored by Good Ranchers. They have a presidential promo, and this is the last day, I believe.
This is it.
It's ending in September, the presidential promo. So as we approach this upcoming election, remember that your voice isn't just heard at the ballot box, it's heard every day.
Where?
How? Where? By voting with your dollar. When you choose Good Ranchers, you're casting your vote for 100% American meat, supporting local ranchers to embody the values that make our nation strong. And right now, with their presidential promo, you can subscribe to any Good Ranchers box, get a free add-on for 4 years. So choose from, chicken breast, ground beef, bacon, salmon, all American, all delicious, all delivered right to your door. We have a $25 off code. It's GRKC, which will give you $25 off your first box, free shipping for life. It's worth it, guys. It's the best. We've been pretty exclusively chicken recently, which I know is Jake's main diet.
Yep.
But last night we had ribeye steak. Dude, unreal. Unreal. So good.
I left to go somewhere last night and I saw the smoke. I saw
You
you
did?
were grilling last night.
Dude.
Yeah. It's like, looks fun over there.
So fun. It was so good. Literally, that's not true. I was going to say literally there were 0 pieces left. Hattie left a few fatty pieces left.
Okay.
But I went nuts on it. Even like the bone, we cut off the bone. Catherine was eating the bones like a dog. Wow. She was going after it. Catherine, you're not a dog. You hear what I'm saying? Though.
She was like a hyena.
She just wanted every piece of that. So anyway, no antibiotics, hormones, seed oils, steakhouse quality, saves time and money. Those are the main 3 amazing things, amazing benefits. And then it's completely local, completely American here in our country. It's just high quality meat and you will taste the difference.
I can confirm it does save time and money.
Yes.
Thank you, Timon.
Thank you, Timon.
I am living proof.
Yes.
GRKC, goodranchers.com.
Let's go.
Speaking of dog bones real quick, or just dogs, pretty often on my daily mile, there's a house back here. Nice big house, nice big fence. That dog is always barking when I'm running by. He's always barking at me.
Really?
And he sounds scary.
What kind of dog is it?
Never known.
Okay.
Always been behind. It's a wooden fence, so I can't see through.
I got stories about that house.
Really? You know which house I'm talking about?
Like the big one?
Yeah, just like probably 2 houses right there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe I'm almost positive.
Are they red or blue?
Can't tell you.
Okay.
Well, they're Catholics. No, I'm just kidding. No, so there's a house across the street. Follow me. Her name's Angie.
Great.
Okay. House across the street's owner is Angie. Angie's dad was Bob. Bob used to live right next to me at my house.
Okay.
Okay. So Angie would come visit Bob. So I know about Angie, whatever. I like Angie. She's awesome. Angie bought this house from this family that now lives across the street.
Okay.
And the reason that and this across the street house is like significantly bigger, like land, nicer house than.
You talking about this one?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Right? Isn't it like,
Yeah.
it's like a big backyard.
Big backyard. Yep.
Yeah. Big house, like nicer than the rest of the neighborhood kind of thing. I believe what happened, and maybe it's not the same owners as what was originally there, but Angie bought this house from these people who won the lottery.
No way.
They won the lottery, but they wanted to be anonymous. And so they won the lottery and they're like, I don't think they gave the house to Angie and her husband, but they were like, we'll give you a really good price on this house. We love this house, but we want to just a bigger house. And so they built this house across the street.
Wow.
Like right there. Kind of interesting.
So the people who live right there are lottery winners.
Maybe. I don't know. I bet this was 10 or more years ago. So I don't know if they still live there or if these are new people. But yeah, I don't know how that works. Cause I know you can do like a lump sum or you can do like dividends or whatever. But yeah, but I think it was like anonymous and whatever. And maybe, I can't remember if this is true. Sharon, shout out Sharon, Ghosty Sharon, who lives down the road as well. She's friends with Angie. So you can confirm all this with us, Sharon, if you want to. But I think maybe Angie lived next door or something but they wanted that house. It doesn't matter. All I have to say, that's the reason that house is so like different than the rest of the block.
Yeah.
Because it goes from like one street to the next. Like it's like that big of a lot. So fun fact for you. But they got mean dogs.
Well, their dog's always barking at me, so I don't like that. No, I've never known it. It's just like, it seems like, man, that dog really does not like when I run by here. It just always bark, any time of day, any time of night. Bark at me.
You hear those stories of like runners getting attacked by dogs.
Or mailmen.
Or
women. Yep. Or blue.
or bloomin'. Bloomin'
Back
onions.
to bloomin'.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday, I'm around having a good time. Dog gets out. There's a gap in the fence. And this dog's barking and running at me. I'm like, oh boy. So take out the AirPod. Hey there, hey puppy, hey, big old dog, and it's going well. Hey, this could be lottery winners right now calling me. Nah, I'm not gonna answer. Nah, not the time. And so I'm like, all right.
Wait, where are you exactly?
Just like down the street right here, just running. And like, okay, a little scary. Barking dog running after me. I'm a dog guy. I can figure it out. And so I'm like, calmed him down a little bit. I'm like, all right, I should probably get him like back in his fence. And so I'm like walking him back, like, hey, come here, come here. And then I've read about this before. I don't know what it's called. I'm not going to do a very good job describing it. But dogs have this thing. Maybe other animals have it too. Where like, if there's any kind of barrier in front of you, they get more aggressive. Have you heard about this? Like,
I've heard it with hippos.
Really?
That's like their whole thing. Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I just remember seeing a video of like two dogs barking at each other like crazy, and then they remove the gate, and then they're like, oh, totally fine, totally fine. And they put the gate back in, and they start barking at each other again. Some weird territorial. Anyway.
Yeah.
I was reminded of that psychological phenomenon because this dog is so chill, so chill. I get him like, I'm trying to like, hey, get back in the gate. And then as soon as like he's on the other side of the fence, just starts going crazy at me again. Rawr! And I'm like, screw this, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So I just took off, didn't close the fence, didn't close the gate. I was like, get
Your
me
problem.
out of here. I tried to help.
Oh,
Something's
man.
up with this dog.
Interesting though. So it's like,
I forget what it's called. Tom, and maybe you could look it up. Just like dogs more aggressive, barrier in way.
Yeah.
That's how I would Google it.
I just listened. There was some interview I listened to on a podcast where this guy's an animal expert, like a whatever, something biologist, not a marine biologist, but like a just everything biologist. And
Steve Irwin's son.
no, it wasn't him, but I would love to listen to him talk. But he talked about how hippos, like I think they kill more humans than any other animal, but they're not like trying to just. They're not just like, oh, there's a human, I'm going to kill it. It's like, oh, there's a human and it's in my way from escaping XYZ. Therefore, I need to take this out. So I learned that I think there's only three true predators of humans in the world.
That would enjoy killing a human?
That try to. Because he talked about sharks. He's like.
Grizzly bear.
Nope.
Really? Dang. Felt good about that. All right. Grizzly bear. I feel like any jungle cat would love a slice of me.
You're
Tiger, leopard.
Tiger's one of the three. But the only jungle cat.
Leopards are chill. Lions
According
chill?
to this guy.
Female lion?
I mean, I'm not saying that they're chill. I'm saying if
I could pet them.
if they feel intimidated by you or something, they'll go after. But I think these things would be like, oh, there's a human, let's go kill it.
Wow.
Tiger, and then you want me to tell you the other two?
Give me a hint. Has he ever been on a cereal box?
One of them, I believe, is in America. They're both in America, I would say, but one of them is definitely not anywhere we're going to be in America. I'll say that.
Oh, polar bear.
Polar bear.
Yeah.
Yep. Polar bear, it's apparently if they can smell you,
You're already dead.
yeah, pretty much. Like if they know that you're around, you're done.
And Coca-Cola chose them as their spokesperson.
Exactly.
They're spokesbears.
We sure about that, Coca-Cola? Yeah.
Yeah, Team Red.
Yeah. And then the last one, also in America, water based.
Catfish. Bass.
Can you imagine if catfish just
If they were bigger, they
catfish
would
will
kill
get
it.
you? Yeah. Dude, that's the other. Sorry. I listed. This was a very interesting interview.
I think I would like it.
No, crocodiles.
Oh, I knew that.
Not alligators, but crocodiles.
Yeah, crocs are the really aggressive ones. We don't have too many, though. They're only in the Everglades, I think.
Yes. Okay. Then he told this other story about how there's some fish. I don't remember where it is now. Maybe it's in I feel like it's in the Midwest somewhere, like Ohio or Indiana or something like that.
Piranha. Yep.
No, it's they imported this carp or something like that into this area, and it is overpopulating like crazy.
Oh.
To the point where and one of the things that they do whenever they freak out or I don't know is they jump up in the air. And so if you drive a boat through this thing, literally hundreds of these things will jump out at you or something.
That's fun.
But it's this huge problem because there's no predators in this lake for this one fish.
Oh, I see.
And so therefore these fish are just overpopulating like crazy. I think it takes up 80% of the lakes.
Jeez.
It's something crazy. And I might not have all the facts right, but it's something literally there's no way to stop it. I don't think. Because
Gotta drop some sort of
I think every
acidic
time
bomb.
Yeah, every fish produces 1 million eggs or something like that.
Not bad.
These bad boys are fertile. And so, yeah, I don't know. Time you figure out anything for the tigers?
Just Tigers.
Oh, sorry, dogs.
It's known as like barrier aggression or like barrier frustration.
There you go.
Like that.
Had the word barrier in there.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It just like says, yeah, that's a thing where it's like behind a fence, door, or screen. It's like it increases a territorial like aggression behavior.
Okay.
Permission to make a joke.
Permission granted.
So would you call that the Great Barrier Rough? Dude, you gotta
slap
dude,
that.
You gotta.
Gotta high five for that.
How about a left to right high five? Is tough.
through the branches.
Yeah, I feel like you should always go. If you're high fiving right, you should be. Like it just feels awkward, doesn't it?
I had a girlfriend in high school who was really obsessed with like best way to do a high five. Stare at the elbow. Just like stare at... Oh, yeah. You're way too into this.
Yeah, can we meet later and talk about something?
Kind of icking me right now with the elbow thing.
That was such a... I remember that fad, too.
Stare at the elbow. You'll
It's
never miss a high
still
five.
going on.
Yeah.
Is it?
Still people. Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's just
Look
like
at the
a
elbow.
high
I'm
school
like-
youth group thing.
Just coordination.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, even if it's not great. Ooh.
Is that really anything? Is that really true, too? Like...
Hey, don't feed into it. Don't give them more
all right,
power.
All right, sorry. I've never had a hard time with high five.
Yeah, I think that's
Unless you do these. The left to right is tough.
I definitely hear it more in dapping someone up.
Remember when Cody Davis didn't know if we would know how to dap?
Yes, I do.
Cody Davis, come on. We're not that millennial.
Let's talk about this real quick. Yeah. So, but he really wanted the right smack when we were dapping, right? And he was hitting pretty hard at me. Like he was smacking my hand pretty hard. And finally, after like 5 tries, we get it right. And so then later on the next, or like that afternoon, he's like, Brad, he's like going to dap me up. And so I'm like, all right, he's dapping up hard. I'm going to dap up hard. And he goes, whoa, dude, why are you doing so hard? I'm like, you're doing it hard, man.
Rachel and I, early on into dating, really resonated with, like, I hated when teammates would high five me hard. It was the worst thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I scored on a, from first on a double, whatever. My teammates are so excited for me to get back to the dugout. Come here. I'm like, hit my helmet or something. The hands, I don't like the
Or
hands
just
being hit.
don't hit anything hard. Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel especially was like, I'm the setter. Why are they smacking my hands like this?
I need sensitive hands.
Yeah, don't do that. I hate the hard high five.
I think the best high five in sports is just the low, under the waist, just a nice like back to, hey, let's go. Nice job. Let's go, boy. Maybe even just like a quick reach, like, hey, nice. You do a little backwards high five. I like the backwards high five.
Hey,
let's go.
nice.
Let's go.
That's a good one.
Come on.
I like football high fives because there's so many other things you could hit.
Yeah.
Bring your helmets together. Hit their shoulder pads a little bit.
You did helmets?
A little bit. I mean, not hard. But even if I did, that would I could sustain the blow. Like my hands, my sensitive. Helmet though, I mean, you can hit someone kind of hard still and not feel it.
I love slapping shoulder pads. Like,
Yeah.
Like being like, let's go, boy.
Slapping
let's
pads.
go, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
But you could just make more physical contact without the, you get up and hit each other a little bit and it's
right,
fine. Whereas
right.
basketball, baseball, I'm like, just.
That's so true.
Send me a nice text. I'm a words guy.
Yeah. Just cheer me on. That's funny.
Anyway, that's been dogs.
That's been dogs, baby.
Should we wrap this sucker up? You guys have a review of the week? I sure do.
You go ahead, buddy.
Time when you get that song
Oh,
ready.
jeez.
All right.
I hate to be that guy, but
Bricked.
yeah. Let me see if I can find one online. So much more inconvenient online. Go ahead.
All right. I'll find a review for you, Brad.
Okay.
But my review from A Junior 1. I never do reviews. I never review things because I'm lazy, but I took the time for you guys. You're hilarious, and the podcast always make me smile. I feel like we could all be friends if we knew each other live.
Live.
Period. Thanks, A June. Appreciate it.
Okay, mine's
You got
gonna be mine is a 5-star review, so therefore it is a review of the week. But it's cinnamon toast crunch top 5.
Yeah, I was going to pass
mark.
that one to you.
I was completely speechless at Brad's hot take. Wow, thank you. I love cinnamon toast crunch, but top 5, there is easily 10 foods that beat it. What? What are those 10 foods?
What would that be?
What would that be? Because cinnamon toast crunch is unbelievable. I think it's one of those things where it's like there's something mentally about like, hey, this box, I can get a whole box of stuff for $4, therefore it's not that good. I promise you, it's worth $45.
It's worth 10 times.
If it were charged different, people would be like, yeah, it's a high quality, like prestigious food.
Yeah, if cereal was open up to an auction, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is up there.
I guarantee you, if they were like, "Hey, FYI, we're not making any more Cinnamon Toast Crunch after this week, but all the Cinnamon Toast Crunch we made, we somehow formulated it to last forever." People would go gangbusters for that. They're not doing the same thing for burgers, unless they're good ranchers. They're not doing the same thing for frappes,
coffee, unless
it's miniature roasters. They're not doing the same thing for water. Well, they're probably going to say for water.
They would be excited about water.
Water's a pretty big deal. It's like on the Office. Air Force?
Well, the Air Force is cool, actually.
Air Force is cool. Air Force is cool.
Maddie Oliver, after volleyball last night, it was like, all right, good seeing you. She's like, all right, I'm going to home and eat cereal. I was like, man, that sounds good.
Dang it.
I'm going to go to Walmart and get pizza rolls.
Also good.
And the muffins.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They weren't as good as I was hoping they would be.
They were decent.
It
wasn't like coffee shop level.
No, it wasn't.
Main Street Roasters muffins.
No, it wasn't.
Main Street muffins.
Main Street muffins.
Dang, boy. Anyway, that's my review of the week.
Fun.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
Yes. Timon, do you have the song pulled up?
I do.
Great. This one's...
Wait, you already have a song? Oh, you just found one. Sorry, I'll show.
This is from Maddie Dieterle.
I'm so chug.
Dude, that's so chug of you. That's what happens though, is like when millennials start doing it, it's over. That's what I was like. That's why I asked him, like, do you say cringe? Because I'm like, if Catherine's gotten there, then people are going to stop saying cringe soon.
We no longer start things. We have to just keep up.
100%. I remember when my pastor at church started using the term squad goals. I was like, squad goals is done. It's over. Squad goals it's gone. Hashtag blessed, whatever. Okay. So Maddie Dieterle says this is a very small little spoiler alert for Parks and Rec. But I mean, it's just
I won't pay too much attention.
It's just a song that is parodied from Parks and Rec. So she said, it took me about 10-minute car ride to write, so please don't feel like you have to do this one. Well, Maddie, we're doing it. So here we go.
All right.
What did you search for this song, Timon?
She gave us a link.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is 5,000 Candles in the Wind.
Here goes nothing.
Parody.
Mr. Chug over here.
Fly. Good work. Good work. Hey, thanks, Maddie.
That was fun. I looked up, I was like, who is Maddie Dieterle? Like, should I know who that is? And I looked her up. She's posted a lot recently on the Facebook page, and pretty funny girl. She's the one who always gifts you, like all your spit takes and like the water coming out of your mouth and everything. She's posted all the gifts. And she was also the one, she asked for 1 or 2 word podcast references and jokes. Maybe that was for this. Or maybe it's for the next jingle.
Maybe she's written a lot of jingles. She's been awesome.
And then she also a day ago posted the poll of like, which one are you? K-cup girl, black coffee boy, or some sort of halvesy?
I will say this, Maddie. If you came to Branson, we'd know exactly who you were.
I wouldn't have to look
I'm
you up
not
that
trying
way.
to be like that, but I'm just trying to be like that. Like, come to Napan or wherever going to be, and come hang out with us, because it's fun to get to know the ghosties. It's fun to put a face to a name. Yeah, just appreciate all y'all. So thank you for writing the jingles, though, Maddie. You're awesome.
Speaking of Branson people, I went to church with Hannah Creech and her sister and her friends this past week.
How was
It
it?
was a good time.
Yeah.
It was fun. We had a big crew. It was like Isaac was there, brother-in-law Joe was there, Briley was there, Maddie Oliver, and then, Hannah Creech and her friends and everything. So we had a big crew. It was tough to find seats, had to split up a little bit. Oh, that's actually kind of funny. There's like a guy sitting kind of between us. He's like, are you guys one big crew I can move? I'm like, no, you're good. I want to sit next to you anyway. Whatever, kind of joking around. And then I'm like, all right, go ahead and greet your neighbor, whatever. Get to know him. His name's Marcus. I feel like we're making good conversation, good friends. He's like, hey, I'm going to go to the restroom real quick. I'm like, cool. So just like a couple minutes go by, and like 5 minutes go by. I'm like, Marcus is coming back, right?
Yeah.
What did I something I said? 10 minutes go by, no Marcus. I'm like, I guess he just left. I don't know. I haven't seen him anywhere else. Yeah.
The mystery was never solved?
Maybe he went in another door or something, but he definitely like never came back to his seat.
Was he like in the middle of the row?
No, he was third from the end in the back row. Very easy to go in and out of.
And also very hard to miss Marcus, like if he went and sat somewhere
Because
else.
I'm in the back row. Yeah. It's like he did not enter the auditorium again.
Where's
like,
Marcus?
What happened? Well, like 15 minutes into being there, someone else gets there late, and they ask Maddie Oliver, like, hey, can I sit there? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, is that okay? I'm like, 15 minutes. How long does it take to go to the bathroom? Surely, yeah, it's fine, or whatever. So like, yeah, she sits down, And then right after that, a guy walks in and we're freaking out. And then it wasn't Marcus. But we were so nervous for a split second. I was like, all right, I am anxious. I got to focus on church. I'm too anxious right now. I'm like, where is Marcus and who is this girl?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was really nerve-wracking. It was so funny. I mean, the second she offered up that seat, some guy matching his description walked in.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. Anyway, good church. It was fun. Good times. Good to see Ghosties. Good to see Creech and her sister, who was the one who got Creech into the podcast initially. So pretty fun.
So fun. Man, I was bummed to miss Hannah, but I'm glad to hear that she loved her time with you.
She said she hadn't seen those friends in 9 or 10 years, so they all met up and did a PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
I was like, that's so fun. They rented a spot at the library to do it.
How do you think I feel about that?
Love it.
I love it.
How do you feel about this? Is them not bringing their HDMI cords, so they just did it on a laptop anyway. So they could have done it anywhere. They didn't need to go to a library.
That's pretty funny.
Could have done it in anyone's living room.
Hey, Johnson County Libraries, you can airdrop, so they must have been in Missouri. So
Bummer.
it's okay.
Platte County, maybe.
You know, red and blue. So
Yep. All right, good sode. We didn't get to it this episode, but Wednesday we're going to be back with a new segment.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And a new sponsor.
Yes, very, very good.
The prodigal sponsor return.
That's right, baby. We're excited. So thank you guys for supporting us in all the ways. Buy some merch. Come to Napan. Do the things, guys. Do all the things, right? They say that. Gen Z, all the things.
Yeah.
All right, we love you guys.
We're golf champs.
See you Wednesday. Golf champs. Kaboom! Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody